Hey, let me tell you a secret, a really, really big one. But what if I said it like I was just, reading off a grocery list? I have discovered the meaning of life and it is hidden in your backyard. Yeah, kind of falls flat, right? The words, they're huge, they're profound, but the delivery, totally dead. And it creates this weird disconnect. See, that's the thing. Most of us, we get so focused on what we're saying that we totally forget about the amazing instrument we're using to say it. And that, right there, is where today's topic comes in: voice modulation. And listen, this isn't just for actors or big shot public speakers. No way. This is the secret sauce that makes all of our communication, all of our human connections, actually work. So, what is this toolkit exactly? Well, think of it like this: it's about learning to turn the knobs on your own voice. It's not about putting on some fake persona or acting like someone you're not. Really, all voice modulation is intentionally controlling your voice so that your emotions and your message are on the exact same page. It's all about being authentic, not putting on a performance. Here's a cool way to think about it. Your voice is basically the cinematography of your speech. I mean, without it, you're like a silent black and white movie trying to compete in a 4K world. You might have a great story, but you're missing all that color, all that emotional punch. So you've got four main knobs you can twist and turn to create that impact. We've got pitch, pace, pause, and power. Let's break down what each of these really does. All right, let's see these pillars in action. Let's talk about mastering your own personal instrument. Okay, first up is pitch. Think of this as the emotional map for your words. So a higher pitch can show you're excited. But what happens when you end a sentence with a rising inflection, like this? It sounds like you're not sure, right? Like you're asking a question. But when you end with a downward inflection like this, see? Suddenly, it sounds certain. It sounds authoritative. Next up, we have pace. This is the heartbeat of how you talk. You know how when we get excited or nervous, we start to speed up? We try to get all our information out before we lose our turn, and we just kind of rush through everything. And it makes it really hard for anyone to keep up. But when you slow down, you actually make everyone else walk at your speed. You take control of the room. You give every single word weight. And our third knob is the pause. See that? That silence, that's not dead air. That's where your audience actually gets a moment to breathe, to think, and to really process what you just told them. So, strategically, a pause is like a secret weapon. You use it before a big point, and boom, you build suspense. And you use it right after a big point, and that's how you build impact. You let the idea really sink in. And finally, let's talk about power. Now, this one is super important, so listen up. Power is not about shouting, not at all. It's about projection. It's about speaking from your diaphragm, so your voice fills a space with this rich, resonant sound without ever straining your vocal cords. Okay, so we've got these four tools: pitch, pace, pause, power. But so what? Why does any of this matter so much? Well, it all boils down to one single incredibly important currency. And that currency is trust. Look, when your voice lines up with your message, people they see you as authentic. They trust you. But if you try to tell a sad story with a happy, chirpy voice, something just feels off. The listener's brain flags it as a glitch. They actually stop hearing your words and start wondering, wait, why does this feel so weird? When you get this right, you do 3 amazing things for your listener. First, you reduce their fatigue. I mean, a monotone voice is just exhausting to listen to, right? Second, you highlight the exact information you want them to remember. And maybe most importantly, you can actually inspire them to take action. Okay, so how do we actually get better at this? Let's move from all this theory to some real-world practice. Let's talk about how you can start training your own instrument right now. The first thing you have to get is that your voice is a muscle. Seriously. And just like any other muscle in your body, if you want it to perform well when it counts, you gotta train it. This isn't some magic talent you're born with. It's a skill, and it's totally accessible to anyone. And hey, here's a super simple exercise you can start today. First step, record yourself speaking. I know, it can be cringy, but it's so important. Step 2, listen back to it. Step 3, just notice. Notice the moments where your voice kind of goes flat or monotonous. And step 4, notice where you start to rush. Just that awareness, that's the very first step to getting control. So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. The words you pick, that's only half the story. The real question you should be asking yourself is this: what is your voice, that invisible instrument you use every single day? What is it accidentally saying about you?